All right, welcome back, everyone. Genghis, server 68 in Battle of Guatemala. It just started here. This is a recap from yesterday. We are playing KIS, keep it simple, stupid. They feature Styles. I'd say that's their top player. You could see we're rallying some of them in the sand pit before they even move. Not sure if that was because some of them just said, we see NEF, Nef, and not going to waste a port, just let them get me here. Or who knows what happens. Maybe they're just slow, maybe they're disconnected, or just disorganized. I don't know. But I know that KIS has gone through some issues. They used to be, I believe they actually won Chalons, or they were definitely in the finals a long time ago. I remember in the first season or two, them and IFT were the top two teams. I know IFT won one of them. I'm not sure if KIS won the other or if IFT won twice in the first two seasons of Chalons. But anyways, KIS has very good players, but the history with them is recently, I don't know too much about it. I just know what's public and out there is that they had a disagreement among top players with all the new power going around, the massive rallies, whether they should port away from attacks or not. I know this is a debate in a lot of alliances, and basically some felt, yeah, we need to do it. It's a strategy, it's a skill, and some felt we don't want to play like that. So they went their separate ways. So this is not the KIS of old that we faced. This is, I guess, half of them because they went two different ways. And anyways, this is at speed 1.5. So I've sped it up because I don't want to put you guys through about half an hour of just attacks. But you can see we just continue to rally. And some of them are porting away. And some of them are getting hit. And we have to set multiple rallies, fake rallies, and hope that people are reinforcing and stuck in an area, all that annoying stuff. But one of the good parts of a battle like this where they don't really attack back is I can show you some of these battle reports very quickly. You can see, and some of them are just massive, like 5 billion taken off someone in one hit. And they do have big players and they do have good players, but when alliances change like that, I guess it just takes a little bit of time to get used to it and figure out what you're going to do. But I have no doubt that this server, is it 62, I think they're on? We're actually playing them in server 63. We're actually playing them in SVS this week as well. But what I was going to say is there's no doubt that this server is, they will be able to put together two very good alliances for Battlefield. They may not just face the 200 billion alliances anymore, but if they drop down to two 100 billion sized alliances, I have no doubt that they'll be one of the best at that size. Yeah, so we're playing them in SVS this weekend. Obviously, we got the upper hand in this battle as it's two alliances split in one, but I assume SVS will be more difficult because both those halves of the alliance that became two different alliances will be part of it, not just this half of the former KIS alliance, which is still known as KIS. But you'll see lots of porting, especially at the end when we get down to their leader Styles. And basically, he just continues to jump around. I'm not sure what the point of it was. Like, some people were talking with him in server versus server chat because, as I said, we're playing each other. So there was actually a way to communicate with each other in public rather than sending mails. And I guess he said he only wanted to take solo attacks from us and he wanted the rune stones. And we were just at a point where we said, you know what? We tried to set on him numerous times. I'm talking like 25 times over 15, 20 minutes, and he just kept moving, and, there was just no point. We're not wasting speeds. We're not going to stay up all night. These Wednesday battles for me, Eastern time, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., and it's even worse for some of the British people, the Europeans in our alliance. So we just said, whatever. You can see the score there. It wasn't in jeopardy if some of us went to bed. They couldn't rally us, couldn't do anything back. So a lot of people just eventually logged off, and that was it. These battles are a little boring when that happens. So you could see why Singh asks other alliances, and we do too, hey, do you want to not port in this battle? And it's beneficial to everybody when you don't, but I will say this. If you're outclassed, if the other alliance is better than you, if they have more power, they have better players, you should not agree to a no port battle, because you're going to lose. You take away the one advantage you might have, which is some skill. And you're going to make the other alliance work if you can port. They're going to have to block the portals on you. They're going to have to do some things. But so I understand why teams won't agree to it. But at the end, when the whole team is zeroed, I just don't really understand why you port like that. So here's a scout. I believe that one's on Styles, just so you can see what he does have. He ends up having about 200 million archers only left at the end. And we're trying to hit him with siege or ground, because siege kill archers and ground kills archers. And we're trying to get him with that, but he wouldn't take it. He wouldn't take any hit. So basically all our bigs just left and went to bed. And you can see him just hopping around. We're actually trying to set a rally and then have someone port, because he's just kind of bouncing between a couple places at a time. At one point, we actually leave a hotspot rally. Hotspot is where you set a rally and you don't send it, and you hope the guy moves back into that spot and you send it. And we did, but we were just a little too slow sending it, and he got out of the way. So anyways, what I was saying was we tried to block him. So we had people put camps quickly or teleport into the spots that he was normally bouncing back and forth. But this guy's not an amateur, but he has a big keep, the 3x3, the 9-space keep. So it is hard to move sometimes. But he got out of the way of everything, basically. Until the very end, everyone was asleep, and maybe he was too, not sure. But they ended up having 2 guys left at the end, him and... Not sure if you can see on here the other player who just continues to jump around as well. It was like Marat, something like that. Maybe they show up in here. We're also trying to hit that person. But we end up getting both of them at the end. Actually end up sending 4 attacks at this one guy. And then what sucks right here, we end up taking him out. But what sucks is the 3rd attack... This was a 17 billion player, and the 3rd attack took so much, and there's someone we just found in the sand pit right now. So late entrant, and we're gonna get him. But the other guy, the 17 billion, we actually took so much off him on the 3rd of 4 attacks. On the 4th one that cleared him, it only had to take about 100 million or 50 million. So we didn't get rune stones and lucky stones for doing it, but that's all right. Just something I definitely noticed, because I love those lucky stones for that 4th specialty. Speaking of which, if you have those lucky stones, don't use them until the 4th specialty and the final stage of the 4th specialty, because those immortal rune stones are so difficult to obtain. I save all my lucky stones till that. Most players do the same strategy. I know some that have used it on the 3rd, because the 3rd is also pretty difficult to get rune stones for, and it can be quite annoying because you just want to unlock that 4th specialty, but it's short-term thinking and you shouldn't do that. So that is one of the best parts of Battlefield and SVS, is getting those lucky stones, because they're very, very valuable. And here we are again, Styles just bouncing around. Nice keep. Obviously a great player. Made the most recent All-Star Finals. But not really sure why he just continues to port. Guess he maybe just doesn't want to be seen on fire. Not really sure. So there's this hot spot we had that he just got out of the way of. And you can see the score here. It is pretty much all wrapped up. It is... almost double the points for us. And like I said, I enjoy these easier battles on Wednesday night. That one against Singh last week was 2 hours of just continuing to work and play the whole time. And those aren't always enjoyable when you got to work the next morning. So here's some final scouts that we have. So you can see all of Styles' troops. They are mostly all archers. And... maybe that's why he just didn't want to eat it, because it was probably a really easy kill for us. if we got a hold of him with one of the big guys, Pig or Mini Megs, setting the rally. But here we are at the end. We finally got him. I'm the garbage time rally setter. So there's me setting it. We ended up sending ground at him, and ended up getting him on fire. And there's the heroes there who stuck it out to the very end to play Battlefield. When all the bigs go to bed, somehow I end up with the biggest rally hall left, so I end up setting the garbage time rallies. So Genghis, Server 68, Battle of Guatemala, Nef versus KIS, and like, subscribe, leave a comment.